Let me ask you something. Have you ever had an important task to do, but instead you started scrolling your phone, watching videos, or doing random small things? You tell yourself, I'll start later. But later becomes tomorrow, and tomorrow becomes panic before the deadline. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Studies show that around 20 to 25% of adults struggle with procrastination regularly. But here's the surprising truth. Procrastination is not laziness. It's actually an emotional problem, not a time management problem. And in this video, you'll learn why procrastination happens, the dangerous procrastination cycle, and 10 proven strategies to finally break it. Most people think procrastination means you're lazy, but that's not true. Let's understand the difference. A lazy person simply doesn't care about the task or its consequences, but a procrastinator actually cares a lot. They want to do the task, but they delay it because of fear, pressure, or perfectionism. Think about it. When you procrastinate, you're not relaxing peacefully. You're constantly thinking, I should be doing this right now. So instead of resting, you're stuck in a mental battle. One voice says, start working. The other says, not now, maybe later. And that internal tug of war is what makes procrastination so exhausting. To stop procrastinating, you first need to understand the procrastination cycle. Most people go through the same 5 stages. Stage 1. Task avoidance. You look at the task. Maybe it's a report, studying, or a project. Suddenly it feels too big or too stressful. Your brain thinks, what if I fail? What if it's not perfect? So you avoid starting. Stage 2. Short-term relief. When you avoid the task, you feel temporary relief. You might say things like, I'll start when I have more energy, or I work better under pressure anyway. At that moment, it feels like a good decision, but there's a hidden cost. Every time you delay a task, you're training your brain to avoid it again next time. Stage 3. Rising stress. As time passes, the deadline gets closer. Now, the task feels even heavier. Stress increases, anxiety increases, and instead of motivating you, the stress sometimes makes you avoid the task even more. Stage 4. Crisis mode. Now the deadline is close. Panic kicks in, adrenaline hits, and suddenly you start working under extreme pressure. Some people even believe, I work best at the last minute. But the truth is, this mode is exhausting and unsustainable. Stage 5. Regret. The task finally gets done, but usually it's rushed. You feel tired, and you think, next time I'll start earlier. But without changing the system, the cycle repeats again. Breaking procrastination requires 3 things: quick tactics to start, systems to stay consistent, and mindset changes. Let's go through 10 powerful strategies. Quick strategies to start immediately. 1. The 2-minute rule. One of the biggest reasons we procrastinate is because starting feels heavy. The 2-minute rule solves this. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Send the email, clean the desk, write 1 sentence. The goal is not completing the task. The goal is starting. Because once you start, momentum usually carries you forward. 2. Use the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is simple. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This works because your brain knows, I only have to focus for a short time. That removes resistance. You can also adjust it. Some people prefer 50 minutes work, 10 minutes break. Find the rhythm that works for you. 3. Break big tasks into small steps. A task like finish project feels overwhelming, but small steps feel manageable. Instead of writing, finish report, write open document, create outline, write introduction. Small steps create small wins, and small wins build momentum. Long-term systems. 4. Use the Eisenhower matrix. Not every task deserves your attention. The Eisenhower matrix helps you prioritize. Important plus urgent leads to do now. Important but not urgent leads to schedule urgent but not important. Delegate. Not important, remove. This helps you focus on what actually matters. 5. Design your environment. Your environment has a huge impact on productivity. If your phone keeps buzzing, focus becomes impossible. Try simple changes like turning off notifications, keeping your desk clean, working in a distraction-free space. A good environment makes focus automatic. 6. Track progress and celebrate wins. Your brain loves progress, so track your work. Maybe you track focus sessions. Mindset strategies. 7. Practice self-compassion. Many procrastinators are extremely hard on themselves. They think, why am I so lazy? But research shows that self-criticism actually increases procrastination. Instead, try saying, I'm learning to improve my focus. Kindness toward yourself reduces anxiety and helps you move forward. 8. Use mindfulness and breathing. Sometimes a task feels overwhelming because your brain enters fight or flight mode. Before starting, try a 3-minute breathing exercise. Deep breathing calms your nervous system. Once your mind relaxes, the task feels much less intimidating. 9. Reframe. Fear of failure. Perfectionism often causes procrastination. People think, if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing. But here's a better mindset. Done is better than perfect. Your first attempt doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to exist. 10. Use accountability. Humans are social creatures. We're much more likely to complete tasks when someone else knows our goal. You can work with a friend, join study groups, share your goals publicly. Just telling someone your plan can increase your chances of success. Here's the most important thing to remember. Procrastination is not a personality trait. It's just a pattern, and patterns can change. You don't need to apply all 10 strategies today. Just start with one small action, write one sentence, work for 2 minutes, start a single task, because small steps today can completely change your productivity tomorrow. If this video helped you understand procrastination better, make sure to like and subscribe for more productivity and self-improvement content. And I want to ask you something. What is the one task you've been procrastinating on recently? Write it in the comments. Sometimes the first step to beating procrastination is simply admitting it.